Over the last couple of days, we've started to see the market somewhat stabilize and not really doing too much. Sure, we've seen small pumps and small dumps, but it's not really gone anywhere, and it's left a lot of investors wondering what's going to happen and when is this market going to actually make a move up or make a move down. Well, over the last 12 hours, I have started to recognize that some pretty big breakout signals are starting to flash now, implying that we should start to see this crypto market get moving pretty soon here. And I want to tell you exactly what these signals mean, what they've shown historically, and what I'm doing to prepare for any outcome going forward. And so with that said, let's not waste any more time at all. We got a lot to talk about today, so let's go ahead and let's get straight into it. Now, looking at crypto bubbles, what we can see here is that it's been, again, quite a rough week. But if we do head to the day, things are actually looking pretty good. We got BitGet token killing it, we got Move killing it, IOTA, Phantom, Ton, a lot of good things. I'm very happy with what we're seeing from Phantom right here. As you all know, they were my second pick over in that top 3 coins video a couple days ago. It is up a good bit since then, so very happy about that. AI16s is kind of getting beat up a little bit over the last week or so, but I will actually say that it is starting to look pretty appealing to me. I actually think that I am going to add some AI16s to my AI bag pretty soon here. And the reason being is because I was late to the party. I honestly didn't notice it. I didn't catch it early enough. And by the time I did see it, which was somewhere around this little level right here, it just felt a little bit too high for me. I was like, it's probably going to pull back 30-40% at some point. And now that that pullback has happened and it has dropped, 40 or 50%, it is actually looking pretty damn appealing. I think it's probably going to try to find a floor at some point and try to give some sort of relief upwards eventually. And so I might actually add a little bit of this to my bag. I also noticed BitGet killing it. This thing's absolutely pushing, up 4 spots on the week, up 15 spots on the month, absolutely going nuts. I'm not going to be adding any BGB token in my bag because it is a little too high for my liking, but it is going to open my eyes up to check out some of the other exchange tokens and find some of the ones that haven't really quite moved yet, but the exchange is still growing. So outside of that, not too much going on here. Pepe obviously giving us a nice little push, but still down on the week and on the month, and that's what most cryptos are, right? Although it is a pretty good day, the week and the month are not looking too great. BGB, XDC, and AIOZ are looking okay, but outside of that, we got Whiff, Rune, and many more just getting absolutely beat up in this pullback. Now, during this pullback, what we have seen is that Bitcoin's price, I don't know why I said Bitcoin's price has also pulled back towards the bottom side of that HMZ range that I've been telling you all about. I call this the HMZ range or the HMZ box. It's up to you. It's called the high manipulation zone. And the reason why I say that is because in little periods like this, where we have the highs and we have the lows, when we're bouncing up and bouncing down, these are periods where we're going to notice those lizard people absolutely smashing liquidations in both directions. We're seeing pumps and dumps and pumps and dumps and fake outs and breakouts and false fake outs, micro pumps, liquidity hunts. I mean, everything that could happen in a box like this will happen, and that's why I don't really do too much in here. And we have, of course, again, seen Bitcoin's price swing all the way from that $103,000 level, from that fake out, all the way down to the bottom of that box throughout this week's pullback. Now, as I mentioned earlier, over the last couple of days, things have kind of slowed down a little bit. And you can see we entered into this little range on like January 8th, January 7th, and we've been in the same little area for about 3 or 4 days. And a lot of people are starting to get a little bit restless and reckless. Not reckless as much, but a little restless, not knowing what's going on and actually getting a little bit impatient, if you will say. Now, funnily enough, I actually did go ahead and release a tweet. Let me see if I can find it really quickly. I said this just 17 hours ago. While people are getting impatient, I said in crypto, the hardest skill isn't finding the next big coin or timing the market, is doing nothing. Watching the market move without jumping in feels unnatural, but it's often the smartest move. Most traders overtrade because they feel like they have to be doing something, and this mindset is what kills portfolios. The reality is, the market doesn't always present good opportunities. Sitting on your hands, holding cash, and waiting for the right setup takes discipline, but it's what keeps you in the game. Patience is a skill that will make you more money than any indicator, and that's something that I'm just not seeing enough from the crypto market right now, right? While we have seen this market kind of just go sideways and boring, people are starting to get a little bit restless. They're starting to get, again, a little impatient. They're trying to force things. They're trying to force this market to go in one way or another, and you can start to see it across the board. For example, if we head over to the liquidation map, right, and you can see how all of these traders just recently entered into the market on 100x leverage. Because do you remember just yesterday, or maybe it was, let me go see, when did that, I talked about it. Let's see. Yeah, so this was 2 days ago on the 9th. There were no liquidations to the downside, meaning that there wasn't really anybody opening high leverage 100x or 50x long trades. Well, look what's happened. When the market has not really gone anywhere, I mean, it's kind of bounced just a little bit, a bunch of investors started opening up long trades on 100x and 50x, causing hundreds of millions of dollars worth of long liquidations to build up back around 93,000, back around 92,000. We're also still noticing people opening up more and more short trades on some smaller leverage towards the top side. And all of these things just say to me that this market is just waiting. They can't wait for something to happen. They need this market to move. They're being very impatient, and it's finally seemingly going to come to fruition sometime soon here. Now, the reason why I say that is because we are starting to again see some of our breakout signals really, really flashing right now. One of my favorite ones is if we actually head over to sentiment. Not this one, there we go. If we head over to sentiment, what you can see here, and let me see if I can move myself out the way, there we go. And so if we do look at the volatility index, what you can see is that when the pink line goes up, more volatile. When it goes down, less volatile. And we're starting to hit some of these levels in which historically we will see that slow volatility end and then some big spike upwards happens, meaning that volatility picks up, oftentimes aligning with a breakout of some sort. And so with that said, when you look at the volatility index, you can see that some sort of breakout very well may be on the way because we're heading back into this range where breakouts usually happen from. Now, in addition to that, if we head over to the Bollinger Bandwidth, which is another measurement of, let's go ahead and get this pulled up, which is another measurement of volatility, what you can see is this is also doing the same thing. You can see here that our Bollinger Bandwidth is back now currently right at a level which historically we will see volatility increase. This blue line now is a representation of volatility, and you can see that once we head right around this red line, which is where we are now, it's usually when that blue line will really pick up and volatility will really start to pick up. And all of these things don't tell you whether it's going to go up or whether it's going to go down. It just tells you that something is about to happen, and it's your job to prepare for it. And so with that in mind, although guys, I'm going to be super honest with you, I have no idea what direction this is about to go in. I am preparing for basically anything that happens so I can profit off no matter what happens. Because, you know, one issue I've been having a lot with crypto YouTube recently is kind of this whole like we've been in a range and we've been sideways. Again, we've been in this HMZ box, meaning that we've been seeing the market going up and down, but it's staying in this same zone. We've not done much for months at this point. But the issue is that a lot of YouTubers, and I'm not judging them, I'm not, you know, whatever, but a lot of them are kind of flipping and flopping the narrative every single day. It's like the market goes up and they're super bullish. Oh, we're going to 110K. Then it goes down and it's super bearish and now we're going to 85K. And it happens just every day. And it's just a little bit frustrating even for me because I like watching crypto YouTube. And I'm like, yo, can you make up your mind? And my opinion is, listen, there's no point in trying to make a determination like that. There's no point in even trying to assume what's going to happen in the short term because nobody actually knows. When you're in an HMZ, it is almost impossible to know what is going to happen in here. There's going to be liquidity hunts, fake outs, breakouts, micro hunts, and much more. All of it is going to happen in here. So by trying to make some bold, grand, hoping, you know, kind of proclamation like, oh, the market's gonna do this or it's gonna do that over the next certain amount of days, it's just kind of dumb to me because you don't actually know. You're hoping you're right so you can get more followers, and that's not good for your followers, right? And so my position with this is I don't know, quite frankly, what's going to happen in the short term. I got no idea. Yeah, sure, in the short term, I'm a little concerned. If we head over to my Twitter, look, let me go out here. If we head over to my Twitter, I said that on my TH index the other day. I said, look, in the short term, I am concerned. But quite frankly, what happens in the short term does not matter to me. I don't care what happens in the short term because in the midterm and the long term, I'm optimistic or even stupidly bullish. And so because of that, in my current situation and what I'm doing is saying, well, look, I don't know if we're going to go up. I don't know if we're going to go down. I'm going to prepare for both of those. And I'm just going to wait this out because in the mid to long term, I think we're going to go up anyway. So who really gives a crap what happens in the short term anyway? And so my current strategy is this. I think a breakout's on the way. If the market breaks towards the upside, I'm going to actually start taking a little bit of profit off all those positions that I opened whenever we were here. Because if you guys remember, I actually announced over in my school the other day, I bought Bitcoin at 92,000, ETH at 32,000, right? I was buying a bunch of different cryptos as the market was pulling back because quite frankly, it was just a good deal. It was a good opportunity. So if the market does continue upwards and if we do start to see it push up here, I'll be happy with that. And that is great and all, but I'm going to take a little profits off the table because you fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. And every time we hit the top side of this box, we're seeing this market pulling back. And so the way that I see it is, well, I'm going to buy at the bottom and I'm going to sell at the top until this range is broken. No problem. That's my game plan. I'm not going to sell all of it. I'm just going to sell some of it, lock in some of those profits so that if we do pull back, I just take that profit, reinvest, and get another solid entry. Very good. Very easy. Doesn't have to be all complicated. Now, if the market does start to pull back, I actually think there's a decent sized chance we get what's called a fake out. Now, the reason that I say that is because because we're in fake out land. We saw a fake out literally a couple days ago to the upside, so getting some sort of fake out to the downside wouldn't shock me, especially knowing that there's only 9 or so days until Trump's inauguration and Gary Gensler steps down. That does feel like an intrinsically bullish thing to happen in the world of crypto, and I know it's priced in already, but it would shock me if we don't get any bullish momentum or movement from that at all. And so if this market does just kind of catapult downwards, I think there's a decent sized chance that's going to be a bear trap. I think we're going to see a lot of those people who are going long right here get liquidated, right? I think we're going to see all of these people get liquidated. We're going to see the shorters start getting confident. They're going to open up a bunch of heavy leverage short trades right here. You're going to see these numbers absolutely fly to the upside, and then the market's going to try to reverse a little bit, liquidate all those short traders and enter right back into that box. Something like that wouldn't shock me in the slightest. And so because of that, what I'm actually going to be doing is I've set in a couple buy orders if we do see the market fall down. Now, this is usually information only for the school, but I do like to give you guys a little sneak peeks into one of the portions of the school. And what you can see here is kind of, since I am aware that there's a possible fake out or breakout on the way, what I've actually done is I've opened up some buy orders. My game plan is this. I said I'm preparing some tiny buy orders on Bitcoin under the $91,000 level just in case we get a wick or fake out downwards. These buy orders are at every $1,000 level until $85,000 and get larger in size the lower the price goes. Again, these are tiny DCAs, but enough to be a solid entry if we do head towards 85K. And so my current game plan, and the reason I'm doing that is saying, look, if we lose this $90,000 level, every $1,000 Bitcoin's price falls, I'm going to buy a little bit and a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more and bigger purchases just in case I'm right? Just in case we do get some sort of fake out and we do get some reversal back to the upside. But I'm going to stop doing that at 85K, because if we lose 85K, I think there's a decent sized chance we've actually just broken out to the downside and maybe we're in some more macro correction to the downside. And so that's my strategy. We fall to the downside, buy a little bit, we go upwards, sell a little bit. It's so simple because I'm not overcomplicating it. Not in this box. Stop doing complicated stuff in this box, because quite frankly, in a high manipulation zone, anything that could happen will happen. We'll see fake outs upwards, we'll see fake outs downwards, we'll see reversals, we'll see liquidity hunts. It's just what's going to happen. So while we're in a zone where all that craziness is going to happen, I'm not doing anything complicated that might lose me a lot of money, because why would I? I have so much of a better chance of trading and investing when we're not in this box. So I'll just do a little bit, the bare minimum while we're in here, until we're not in here. Very simple. So it doesn't have to be so complicated. And so that's what I'm doing right now. And that's my strategy. That's my game plan. Again, if we go upwards, all those ones I was buying the other day, I'll take a little profit off of and let them ride, see what happens. If we go down, I have buy orders set to buy some Bitcoin the lower the price goes, so that I can dollar cost average just in case we do get a fake out and we do see this market try to return back in this red box around the time Trump gets inaugurated and all that stuff. And that's my game plan. That's my strategy. And that's stuff that I always do announce over in the school. Who is interested in the school, our mission is very, very simple. We take crypto investors like yourself. We give you courses, coaching classes, live streams, workshops, signals, research, Q&As, extra content, and much more to help you develop your strategies. And then you turn those strategies into gains. And the best part about it is that you get your money back guaranteed if you don't learn anything here. And of course, it starts as little as $5 a month as of right now. And so look, don't take it from me that people do all of these things and learn all this stuff and make strategies and make gains. You can see it for yourself. If I just go out here and I just scroll through just from yesterday. Look, just from yesterday. Let me go up here. Just from yesterday. Look at the gains. 200%, 200%, $27,000, 100%, $10,000. I mean, they speak for themselves. Hundreds of percentages, hundreds of thousands of dollars are being generated in this community every single day. And again, if you are interested, you can go check out that link to the Patreon. It is down below. It starts as little as $5 a month. And so with that in mind, guys, like I said before, I'm not doing too much. My game plan, my strategy is quite simple. And so while this does play out, I am just kind of looking at other things. Like I said, I might invest into some AI 16s. I might try to find some other exchange tokens to invest in. I may do stuff like that, but not much. I'm going to be patient. I'm going to let this all play out. Now, eventually I will get back to leverage trading, and if you do want to start leverage trading today yourself, or eventually, you can feel free to check out that link to BTCC link down below. This is the exchange that I do trade on when I am trading, and if you do sign up specifically with my link, they will give you a 10% bonus on all first-time deposits between $500 and $100,000. So go get you some free cash to start trading with today. Check out that school, which is linked down below. Go follow me on Twitter at Tyler Crypto Talk, and let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. You guys know we try to reply to every single comment down there, so I can't wait to chat with you all there, and I can't wait to see you all next time. Peace out, everybody.